Hi guys, and welcome back to Lasting Peace. I hope you had a wonderful new year, and thank you for being here with me today. I think we're all familiar with that feeling of, we drew the short straw. We got the short end of the stick. That everybody else has life figured out, and somehow we're still struggling with the most basic concepts. Where do the supermoms come from? The ones who homeschool 5 children and have a 6-course dinner at night, every night, and still do the dishes before they go to bed. What about the super smart women, the one who have a career and are still getting their PhD, both full-time? And what about the women who've been married for 25, 30 years and I swear they sleep in a bed of roses every night? What happened to me? What did I do wrong? What am I doing wrong? And why are these things, these relationships, such hard work? One of the most validating things happened to me over Christmas break, and that was the time I got to spend with my sisters-in-law and my sisters. And the conversations, as you might expect, often come back to marriage and our husbands and that relationship and our families. And each of them, lo and behold, admitted to me that marriage is hard work. Yeah, you're told that in premarital counseling and things. This isn't going to be always easy, but nobody really tells you this is blood, sweat, and tears. This is hard work. One of the topics in my book that you probably don't think about when you first read the title is marriage, and it comes about in the second half of my story, and I really touch and want to bring to you how my struggles, how the very worst part of the first half of my life brought life, breathed second chances into the second half of my life, halves being relative depending on how long you live, but how one struggle made the next struggle more feasible, more easy to see all the obstacles and to take them on with a greater feeling of hope and a greater strength of faith. So one of the conclusions that I used and discarded in my book actually addresses a couple of the audiences that I think would be listening to or reading this book. And one of them is the woman who's struggling in her marriage. And I wanted to share with you today my thoughts toward you, if that's you, the thoughts that I had in my own heart at that time, and how I think this book will touch you. And this is the book I'm referring to as my new one, The Predatory Lies of Anorexia, a survivor's story. So let me just read this short passage to you. Again, I am speaking to a wife huddled in the guest room, angry and hurt. The husband that you were supposed to be able to rely on at the loss of all others is the very one who has betrayed you. You ask, isn't this enough? Do I have permission to leave him? Does I do still matter? First, let me promise you that no matter what choice you make, your Father loves you. He will never despise you or even pity you. His love is superior to all other loves, and so is his strength, so is his forgiveness. The smallest white lie required the same price, Christ's life, as does your husband's infidelity or whatever other sin is the most offensive to you, whatever other way that you feel betrayed in your marriage or the thing that is making it hard for you to go on. The price has been fully paid, and forgiveness is free to all who believe in Jesus. For me, to accept that forgiveness and not extend it felt like the ultimate display of ingratitude. I am so relieved to have been paid for and rescued by Jesus. I will spend the rest of my life happily imitating him. No struggle is hopeless. Neither you, nor your child, nor your husband, nor anyone else is beyond repair. Don't settle for less. Jesus offers you lasting peace for free. So I want you to take that and think about it. What I had said about the freedom that I received or the forgiveness I received that applied to my struggle with anorexia. All of those times and those years that I spent in idolatry toward my own body, toward fitness and the approval of others, how that was forgiven by Christ. And I can't receive that and not find a way through the power of Christ within me to extend it to someone else, no matter their offense toward me. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you on my blog, or you're welcome to comment below this video. And I will look forward to seeing you again next week here on Lasting Peace. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.